social media platforms up and running as well. We have Facebook, of course, obviously, and we're focusing on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll have Instagram TV up and running by next week. I'm supposed to launch the new Black Gold Media website tomorrow. But it's only 24 hours in a day, and I got to eat and sleep. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make that deadline, but I'm most certainly going to try. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tumani Mwandani. I'm Tumani Mwandani. I am a contributing member to the Black Gold movement in an effort, of course, to build a Black Gold nation. I am the revolutionary product, if you will, of the direct tutelage and training of Cardinal Mbayu Chui out of the Shrines of the Black Madonna. Directly, that was my primary group leader in the church, and the indirect tutelage of the father of liberation theology, Reverend Albert B. Clegg, his African name, Jaramogi Bebe Ajuman, Jaramogi being the title, Bebe Ajuman being his name. And I am here to take what I learned in the shrine to the next level. I am here to add to some things that other people have gotten right and they've taken to the next level. I want to add that to my foundation of revolutionary training, visionary know-how, to make us bigger, better, and stronger. I want to deliver to my people a Black Gold platform, if you will, of solutions, proven solutions of things that Black people have already done or that Black people are already doing right now in August of 2019 moving forward, so that we will have concrete answers, concrete solutions for concrete problems, because God knows we have a bunch of them. And I want to make sure that we have people in place that know what they're doing as it relates to how our communities are being attacked, destroyed, and or denied opportunities in certain areas, so that we can push back in an organized, intelligent, methodical, strategic fashion that's going to work. We don't have time to guess. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to complain. We don't have time to try and learn as we go. And thankfully, we don't have to. We have enough people in this country and around the world, people of color, melanated people, African Americans, descendants of slaves, Africans, whatever you want to call us, carbonated. That's a new one that I heard, I think, the latter part of last week. We have enough people that know what they're doing across the board. We simply need to find those persons, connect with those persons, let them know what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we need them, and invite them to be a part. And in my experience, more often than not, those persons will become a part in some way to help us make this thing happen. I had the very, 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 very wonderful blessing to have met a brother by the name of Peter Brown. A sister introduced the brother to me, went to watch a video of his, was absolutely blown away with what he was talking about. He was talking about I think it was a solar powered windmill. I think that's what he was talking about. And then I watched a few of his other videos, and I learned that he was a business owner of an organization of a business that does business both here in America and in Africa on multiple levels. Had a few conversations with the brother, and he is now a part of the Survival Summit. He's going to talk to us about how we can connect with brothers and sisters in Africa to move ourselves forward. And that is the premise of the Black Gold movement. We are an umbrella organization. We're not looking to compete with your Black wheel. We're not looking to put your Black wheel out of business. We're not looking to sell your Black wheel secrets to somebody else. We want to identify your Black wheel, learn about your Black wheel, and do everything we can to move your Black wheel forward, because that creates a win-win-win-win-win-win across the board. It's a win for you, a win for your family, a win for your organization, a win for the Black community, a win for the Black Gold movement, and a win for melanated people worldwide. And finding Brother Peter from Sister Crystal, who did the intro, is simply an example of what this thing is all about. Again, there are Black people doing some things on some phenomenal levels in this country and around the world, and we simply want to make them better, bigger, better, and stronger, because that in turn makes us Black people here in America and around the world bigger, better, and stronger. Everything we need, we already have. Everything we need, we already have. We're not intellectually, physically, economically, or spiritually deficient. As a matter of fact, in a few of those ways, we're superior, especially spirituality. And we want to bring all of those God-given natural talents to the table, surround them with some serious protection and security, support them with the economics that they need to move forward, and then educate our people to all that we're doing so that collectively as a group, as much as possible, we can win. For the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been talking about the Black Gold Leadership Summit, trying to let everyone know that what we're about to do, why we're doing it, and the importance of it. Like I said, tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have our first community meeting webinar, and we're talking about politics. We're talking about building a political machine that's going to get us what we need immediately, as soon as possible. And like I said in the intro, if anyone tells you that politics don't matter, they don't understand power. If anyone tells you that voting doesn't matter, especially on a local level, they don't understand power. So in order for us to establish communities that have influence, value, and power, in order for us to establish communities that we can own and control, in order for us to establish institutions that exist in a pro-Black environment, which simply means we are loving ourselves first, just like everybody else loves themselves first. Being pro-Black doesn't make you anti-anything else. It simply means that you want to put you, your family, your child, your people in front of everybody else, like everybody else wants to do. And our issue is that we have been conditioned over the past 400 years not to do that. And what we're saying in the Black Gold movement moving forward is that we can afford not to do that. And what we are going to do, we're going to do every single thing we can, everything in our God-given power and ability to ensure that we put our children in a position to win, because they will be operating from a basis of power, not a basis of from a basis of subservience, certainly not a basis of being a second-class citizens. We're not trying to build power in hopes that we don't piss anybody off. We're not trying to build power and get someone's permission along the way. It doesn't work that way. Power is never given. Power is never shared. Power is only taken, and power only respects power. What we don't realize, where we falter and fail, is that we don't understand how powerful we are. We don't know our history. We don't know our culture. We don't know what we've come from. We don't know where we come from. We don't understand what we've accomplished. We don't understand how powerful our accomplishments have been, to the point that they still can't figure out how African people did what they did, how we, our ancestors, did what we did. So they say ET, an extraterrestrial, did it, because surely Africans, Black people, melanated people could have done this. They try so hard to separate us from our history and our culture that on some maps, Egypt is not attached to Africa, which of course is in Northeast Africa. So these are the efforts, these are the lengths that other people go to ensure we don't come together, to ensure we don't learn about who we are, to ensure that we don't become a unified body that's trying to make things better for our people. They understand how valuable and important and powerful our unity is, and that's why they do what they do. So we have to equally understand how powerful and valuable our coming together is, and then work like hell to make it so. So I said this is going to be brief, so let me get about the effort of making it brief. I'm going to give you the reality of what it means to be Black in America in 2019. Again, a brief snapshot. And then I'm going to tell you the importance of why we need to be at tonight's Black Gold Survival Summit, as we deal with the first issue of building a political machine that's going to give us what we need and what we deserve. So, and again, this is just a snapshot. The bottom 50% of Black households in America are worth less than $1. We got more brothers incarcerated in prison in this country than there are women incarcerated worldwide. Black farmers are still being discriminated against, and that they can't get the money that they need from the USDA, which means they can't get their product and services and food items to market. Automation, artificial intelligence, and machine language is replacing millions of jobs, which is of course going to affect hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Black people. The White House has removed recently 3 million people from the food stamp rolls. And of course, most of us know that more white people are on food stamps than Black people, but that doesn't mean that our people aren't going to be affected. Food deserts, which is defined as an area that has limited access to affordable, nutritious food, exists in almost every predominantly Black and brown community in this country. Food deserts. Purge activity, which is assassinations, murders, kidnappings, organ and sex trafficking, crimes committed by white people in Black skin, Hollywood-style masks, Hollywood-style gloves that make them look like a Black person committing a crime. So the police are looking for Black people when there's a white person committing that crime. This kind of activity is taking place in communities nationwide. The Portland police, this is a new one to the list. Portland police, and this goes to the changing of America. Portland police digitally removed a Black man's tattoos from his face to make him look like a suspect. Portland police digitally removed the tattoos from a black man's face to make him look like a suspect. And coincidentally, well, I guess I shouldn't say coincidentally, as a result of that act, he was identified in the lineup as the suspect and was charged with a crime that he did not commit. America's changing. Over 900 white supremacist organizations exist right now today, many of whom are training for a race war. Very big problem for us. There have been 255 mass shootings in America since the beginning of the year, and I guarantee you there are going to be more. The Department of Homeland Security and a recent study found that state and local law enforcement agencies nationwide have been infiltrated with neo-Nazi members and started secret terror cells developed to terrorize Black and Latino residents of this country. The Donald Trump administration has refused to label and pursue domestic terrorism by white identity extremists on the same level as they pursue foreign terrorists. As a matter of fact, since 9/11, there have been more domestic terrorist acts committed by white identity extremists than by any other group on the planet. But the Donald Trump administration, and I venture to say every administration prior to that, refused to pay attention to these people, label them as terrorists as they should have been, and pursue them. And as a result, there are over 900 of them in operation right now today. That's a problem for us. Under President Trump, the FBI's official counterterrorism priorities. These are their list of priorities as it relates to countering terrorism. They are looking for Black identity extremists, anti-authority extremists, and animal rights environmental extremists. So they're not looking to the people who have done the most damage. They're looking for the people that they don't like, which is a problem for us. This is also a new one to the list, which is heavy, 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 heavy. Approximately 25.4% of the American population in the United States identify themselves as evangelical. And over 25% of them, some 20 million plus people, support Donald Trump. I'm gonna read that again. Approximately 25.4 million of the American population in the United States identify themselves as evangelical. And over 25 of that number, 20 million plus people, support Donald Trump. That's a problem for us. Because if Donald Trump is a racist, is a misogynist, is a bigot, is a liar, is a thief, and you have millions that support him, religiously they have forgiven him, that's a problem for us, because that means that he can do damn near anything and they got his back. Big issue for us. Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin was only one person. One man with crazy ideas is only one man with a crazy idea. However, that one man with those crazy ideas, supported and followed by millions, becomes a problem for the people that they don't like. That's a part of the reality of what it means to be Black in America in 2019 moving forward. We have to contend with over 100 conservative think tanks focused on maintaining white supremacy and white power. These are white people being paid very good money to think about white supremacy, think about white power, how to keep it and maintain it. How many Black think tanks do we have that operate on that level whereby they're being paid a good wage to think about maintaining and building Black power? It's a problem for us. We have a criminal justice system that's always been unjust, a bail bond system that's always been unfair and unjust, an education system that has never properly educated any of our people in this country, didn't properly educate me, didn't properly educate you unless you went to a private school, which is rare for us. Aren't properly educating our children today, right now, and will not ever properly educate our people. It's a problem for us. A school-to-prison pipeline that's alive and well and highly functional in American society. A multi-billion-dollar prison industrial complex that you can buy stock in. So if you can buy stock in the penal system, what's the commodity? Labor. Black, brown, and poor white people. That's a problem for us. Redlining, gerrymandering, and gentrification. Political power at its finest working against us, not for us. Over the past decade, the annual estimate of number of gangs that exist in the United States is over 27,000. It's a problem for us because we know that gang members terrorize our people. Our people aren't just terrorized by white people. Our people are terrorized by our own people, which is a problem because we have to protect our own people from our own people. This is what it means to be Black in America in 2019 moving forward. In the past 5 years, Flint, Michigan, has not had safe water to drink, bathe in, and use over 5 years. The majority of Puerto Rico citizens, after the hurricane that they went through, was without power for over 11 months. Can you imagine being without power for 11 months? 11 days even? Hell, 11 hours is a long time. And Puerto Ricans, if you did not know, are American citizens. And I do not want to hear what can or cannot be done because, again, as I've said before, I've been in the military. I know how quickly a tent city, a city of tents, with every service you need to live, to thrive, to grow, to be okay, is provided. I know what the American military can do if the American military wants to. So Puerto Rico being without power for 11 months is ridiculous. Flint, Michigan not having safe water to drink for over 5 years is ridiculous. But this is what it means to be Black in America and or poor. The Donald Trump administration's Citizenship and Immigration Services Department is seeking to change the language on the Statue of Liberty from "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free" to language that translates to "Give me your tired and your poor who can stand on their own 2 feet and who will not become a public charge." So what they want to do, they only want to accept people from other countries who will promise not to have hard times, who would promise never to need support, who would promise never to need assistance. Absolutely ridiculous. People need help as they live their lives. That's the purpose of government, to take care of the people. But again, America's changing. They don't want to help those that need help because those that need help have melanin and have some color. And that's a problem because they're being outnumbered and they're about to become the minority. And they're acting in their best interest to preserve their power, which is why it's so important that we do the exact same thing to build our own power. The Donald Trump administration under Jeff Sessions has reinstituted the privatizing of federal prisons, which of course means there's a profit motive. The Department of Justice has proven that cities like Baltimore and Chicago have, quote, engaged in a pattern and practice of conduct that violates the First, Fourth, and 14th Amendments. The First Amendment deals with the freedom of religion, speech, and press, and the right to assemble and petition your government for change. The Fourth Amendment allows for protection under lawful search and seizures, which means the government can't just come in, the police, FBI, whomever can't come into your place, search your home, your apartment, whatever, without having without having probable cause or reason to do so. And the 14th Amendment deals with our rights and our rights as American citizens after slavery was abolished. And lastly, the Donald Trump administration has repealed civil rights protections all across the country in HUD, which is housing, in commerce, which is business, and in many other governmental departments. So that is a brief snapshot of what it means to be Black in America. We have issues that we have to deal with. We have issues that we have to confront. We have issues that we have to organize ourselves against so that we can deal with and move forward with from a position of strength, from a position of intelligence, from a position of methodically thought out steps and processes, I should say processes and steps, so that we can change the tide of what we're up against. If we don't put things in place to push back against all the things that we're facing, then we're going to continue to lose. And if anyone tells you that we're not losing, then they're either not paying attention or not being honest. We're at the bottom of a very good list and at the top of a very bad list. And that's only going to get worse if we don't do something to build power for ourselves. Every single thing I just read off, that brief snapshot of what it means to be Black in America in 2019 moving forward, all of that is political. Every single thing I read has a political beginning. Every single thing I read is politically motivated. Nothing that I read would have been possible without political power. So we absolutely must build a political machine that will allow us to build political power. If we don't do that, we will never be able to establish communities that have influence, value, and power. If we can establish communities that have influence, value, and power, we will never be able to protect our own people. If we can protect our own people and put ourselves in a position where we can control the environment, then we'll never be able to build our own institutions, which is what we need across the board. Without political power, we won't be in a position to ensure that laws are being created and are kept on the books that protect us as a population in this country. Political power is critically important. No nation can stand in this country without political power. We can't do what our children need us to do without political power. And the Black Gold movement, of course, is about building political power. Every single thing we do is meant to support every single thing we do. The Survival Summit is about pushing back against the 17 different areas by which we're being attacked or by which our communities are deficient. And we understand that we absolutely must push back in those 17 different areas simultaneously, because we have to be able to protect our people on every front. And we understand that an organization, an individual, a group that's only seeking to do well in one area is weak, because they're not covering all of their flanks. We also understand that it's very, very, very difficult for an organization, an individual, an entity to cover all of those flanks. That's why the Black Gold Movement was brought into existence, because we understand that you have to cover all of those areas that you're not paying attention to. So our strategy is to find leadership that can bring the skills that our people need to push back against all these threats. And in the areas where we don't have leadership, we invite other Black people to be a part, so that they can teach us how to do what needs to be done, either as leadership in the Black Gold Movement or as a strategic partner, as in the case with brother Peter Brown and brother Craig Lee, who will be doing the political portion of the Survival Summit this evening. Again, we are an umbrella organization. We are trying to find as many Black wills as possible that are doing something, bring them under the umbrella of one organization that's trying to create unity amongst our people as rapidly as possible, so that we can build. And we are most certainly doing that, and we are most certainly growing. I just had the wonderful opportunity to start the Black Gold Nation International Facebook group, because we are growing internationally. I have a very, 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 very strong young man by the name of Arma Beal out of Ghana, who is my number 2 for Black Gold Nation International, and he is heading up that effort in Africa. We are now bringing on board Black Gold ambassadors from the countries of Botswana, Cameroon, although we already had one, Congo, Kenya, Lesotho, Liberia, Malawi, Namibia, Rwanda, South Africa, that will be our 3rd one, Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. That includes us already having ambassadors in Dakar, ambassadors in the Netherlands. We have one ambassador in the Ukraine, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in London. So the Black Gold Movement is moving. We're growing. People are understanding what we're trying to do, and they want to be a part. But just bringing people together to say we're together isn't enough. We have to bring people together under the guise of doing, because there's a lot to be done. I've told the brothers and the sisters that are part of Black Gold International that I want them, I need them to be a part of the Survival Summit, so they can see what we're doing, see how we're doing it, learn from how we're doing it, and then help us curtail, tweak our solution here in the U.S. to what they need in Africa, in the Netherlands, in London, I'm sorry, and I forgot Jamaica. I also forgot Belize. We want to help people of color, melanated people, carbonated people, Africans, African Americans, whatever you want to call us. We want to help our people wherever our people are. We want to be in a position to show leadership expertise by example with what we're doing. And the Survival Summit is about that, showing our leadership, showing their expertise, giving examples of what they've accomplished or what they want to accomplish, and then putting our people in a position to win. That's what we're all about. And tonight is the first event to show and prove in all of those 17 different areas by which we're being attacked. So tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific Standard, we will be having our first community meeting webinar. The title is Political Power, ADOS, and Reparative Justice: Building a Political Machine that we need to get what we deserve. I think that's close. I think that's it. That's not it. It's very close. And we're going to have Brother Craig Lee give us a very, very, very revolutionary approach to building political power, which of course is most certainly possible. We simply need people to support us so that we can make it happen. So if you have the time, if you're not busy, if you don't already have something to do, please be a part of the Survival Summit. It's only $4. We're trying to get our people in the mindset of paying $4 for what we do, because the membership in the movement is only $4 per month. And most of us waste $4 every other day. And we're trying to also get our people to understand that, like the movie Black Panther, if enough of us come together and give a small amount of money in a large enough number, like the movie Black Panther, whereby we gave over $750 million in 1 month to Disney and Marvel Studios, money that we still have, what could we do to build our own political machine with that kind of monthly investment coming in. There's absolutely nothing we can't do if we simply put our minds to doing it. And that's what we want to do. So tonight, if you're not busy, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, make the Survival Summit. Go to our events website, Black-Wakanda Rising. Click on Survival Summit. Read the information that's there about what we're trying to do. Read the bios of the persons that will be doing the presentations. And then go to presentations and RSVP for tonight's community meeting webinar. If you don't RSVP, you will not get the Zoom access link that you need to be a part of the summit. Our goal is 100 people per webinar, and right now we're probably at about 40. So we have 60 spots still open, and we want as many people as possible to be a part of this thing, because we can't have a political machine if we don't have Black people that want to be a part of it and that are ready, willing, and able to do. If you've been paying attention to me at all, you know that I am very proud to have been a formerly active full-time member of the Shrines of the Black Madonna. The Shrine had what they called the Black Slate, which was the political arm of the church that had a political machine to ensure that the people that were being elected locally were going to represent the interests of our people wherever our people live. We need to do the exact same thing. We need to get out of the habit of only voting on voting day. We need to get out of the habit of only getting motivated when it's time to vote. We need to get in the habit of ensuring that we have a political machine that's always active, so we can keep those persons accountable that we put in office, so that we'll know who needs to be in office. And if we do this thing the right way, we won't have politicians coming to us to get our vote. We'll be putting up our own candidates because we raise them, because they're in the community and we know what they're about, with our own agenda. That takes work. That takes time. That takes commitment. That takes understanding. That takes sacrifice. That takes meetings. That takes discussion, debates, conversations, arguments, all of which we can do because we've done before. And I'm saying we have to start doing that now, because that very brief snapshot that I just read about what it means to be Black in America, that's a snapshot. There's a lot more. The list is only going to get longer. If we want to push back against all of that stuff, we have to have political power. And the only thing stopping us from having that kind of power is us. So we need to organize ourselves to make sure that we can put things in place so that we can move ourselves forward. And that's what tonight's first topic of the Survival Summit is all about. Building a political machine so that we can get what we want and what we need as it relates to building something for our children for the next 100 years. So let me make sure I don't have any questions in here. Then we'll shut this thing down. Crystal Mendoza, thank you. Crystal is the sister that I was talking about. She's the one that introduced me to brother Peter Brown, who is now going to help us make this Black Gold International department the best that it can be. The brother has experience, he has understanding, he has knowledge and know-how. He is doing it. So this is simply going to make us that much more helpful to him, because we'll be able to add to the network that he already has in Africa. Because again, we just started Black Gold International, so we are growing outside the borders of the U.S. He is also growing and doing outside the borders of the U.S. And we will be able to assist him by bringing more people to the table and to his table, and he'll be able to assist us by giving us that knowledge and understanding that's only going to help him be bigger, better, and stronger. And without Sister Crystal, we would not have that, brother. And I'm extremely thankful to her because that's what it's about. Being connected and organized, having Black people who understand the mission, who understand the goal, who understand the vision, who know people to make recommendations, to make introductions, to connect us with one another, so that collectively, if both parties are ready, willing, and able, we can connect and move forward. There is nothing that an organized and connected Black or African community cannot push back against, cannot protect you from, and cannot deal with. Our unity is our greatest strength. And if we're unified, it's damn near difficult for a man-made entity to stop us without stopping themselves. And it may come to that, a scorched earth policy. And if that becomes the reality, then so be it. If I'm not gonna make it, then damn it, you're not gonna make it either. So we both gonna die. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna continue to allow you to destroy my people, and I'm not gonna fight back. So Sister Crystal introduced me to Brother Peter, and now he's on board with what we're trying to do, which is absolutely fantastic. As a matter of fact, he is proofing the bio I did for him right now, and he said it's pretty good. So I'm pleased with that. Sister CL, thank you for watching. Sister Crystal, thank you as well. Funi Karima, thank you for watching. I'm sorry, I forgot to wave. Let me wave to my people. All right, Sister Karima, thank you for being here. Brother Richard, thank you. Brother Boyd, Brother Boyd is a new member of Black Gold International out of Africa. See if I can find out where Brother Boyd is in Zambia. Brother Marvin, thank you for making it. Brother Kifense, thank you for making it. Brother Ronald, thank you for making it as well. Sister Charlena, our newest, soon to be, well, she's already on board. So our newest ambassador out of New Jersey, Sister Charlena, I think she saw a post, I post or a video and liked it. And then she and I started to talk, had a few conversations, had a pretty good one this morning, an hour and a half. And now she's on board, and hopefully she's going to help me do a better job of ensuring that the people that come on board stay on board, because we'll be able to surround them with the support that they need to move forward. She did a very good job of pointing out where I was weak, saying you need to do better, and I'm like, okay, amen. Help me do better, and she's going to help me do that, which is absolutely fantastic. Everything that we do is based on the group model, the tribe model, the community model. There are no cults of personality in this thing. There's no one person is in charge. We do everything from a group perspective. Of course, we have leadership in departments, and another part of the Survival Summit is to build cabinets for those departments. But no major decision will be made without a group being involved in that, because the group increases the likelihood of mistakes being made. And Sister Charlene is going to head up our new ambassador group, which is very cool. Brother Anthony, thank you for being a part. Sister Crystal says, please share on your timeline in the Facebook groups. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Brother Benny, he and I went to high school together on the same football team. That's a good brother. I think he's in Alabama, I think. Brother Carl, thank you for being a part. I appreciate it. Brother Richard, thank you. Brother Richard says, I'm a hero. Ooh, yeah. I'm just a brother, man, trying to do what I was taught to do. So I'm just a brother. That's it. Sister Kayla, thank you for being a part. Sister Crystal says Facebook is freezing up on your video. Ooh, all of a sudden. Oh, wow. I'm flowing here on my end. Usually when it freezes up, I can tell if I'm having problems. But who knows? Facebook, we don't own and control it. It's somebody else's platform. So I'm not surprised. That's why we're on YouTube. That's why it's so important that we have our own platform. And when we get to the economics and finance portion of the Survival Summit, the brother that's over that department, he's talking about things that we can do right now that he's already begun to do to ensure that we have our own platform. So, amen, sister. I know, but we coming. Okay, Brother Siddiqui, one of our ambassadors out here in Houston. Sister CL says the stream is fine here. Amen. This country is not evangelical at all. Never has been. I agree, Sister Crystal, 110%. But sadly, most of us don't know that. Of course, white people are always pushing that this is a Christian nation, which is really funny to anybody black, because we know how you gonna be a Christian and you owning somebody else. So we know that, but not everybody does. So thank you for pointing that out. Sister Crystal, some of her frozen feed. Sister Cherie, thank you for being a part. Another Sister Cherie, like it's spelled differently. Sister Leela, thank you for being a part. Sister Cherie Walker says the welfare program, the WIC and free lunch program as well. There's other assistive programs were instituted by the Black Panthers. Amen. What's HR 25 about involving the IRS being abolished and 2% tax? I don't know, sister. Maybe that's something that we need to research and get some people on it, because I don't know. That's new to me. Sister Diane, African name is, shoot, I forgot. Thank you for being a part. Coach Carey, thank you for being here. And Sister Leela waves. And how do I wave back? Oh, can I wave back? Oh, I can like it. Okay. So thank you guys for being a part of the live broadcast. I sincerely appreciate it. This is 33 minutes, which is relatively short. I know it's supposed to be brief. I'm trying to keep it at 15. I see Fundi Krima, Joyce Johnson. When I see her, it gets me nervous because she says you talking too damn much. So let me close it out. Tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. The first topic of the Survival Summit. We're talking about building political power, a machine that can put us in place where we want to be. The Survival Summit, the point is to provide solutions in 17 different areas where our people, our communities are being attacked and or where we're deficient. And on October 5th, and hopefully Black churches nationwide and Black organizations nationwide, we're going to roll out everything that we've discussed previously so that Black people nationwide and even around the world, because some of the people from outside the U.S. will also be a part, they will see what we're talking about doing. They can talk to the leadership. They can talk about the solutions. They can hear the realistic answers that we have for our people. And then collectively, we can support those efforts so that we can start to do. And really quickly, as it relates to support, we can't accomplish anything if we don't have money, period. But getting the money we need is not an issue if we understand what we're trying to do. And we're not talking about breaking the bank. In the movement, we're looking for $4 from everyone that wants to be a part of what we're trying to do. One example of how we could get the money that we need to do what we're trying to do. One example. One black person, say myself, that cares about black people. I want to see us do well. So I go get Joyce Johnson, Funi Karima. She and I, two of us, we go out and get two more. I get Sister Leela and Funi Karima. Sister Joyce, she gets Sister CL. So the four of us, we go out and get four more. That 8 go out and get 8 more. That 16 go out and get 16, 32. If we do that every day for the next 28 days, one getting one for the next 28 days, one black person getting one black person for 28 days. And Sister Lena, Selena, she will tell you, because I showed her the spreadsheet the other day. One getting one, 28 days. If at the end of that 28th day, 28 days of that activity, one getting one, if everybody gave $4, everybody, that would be over $500 million that we would have to work with to build these departments monthly. That's not rocket science. That's not brain surgery. That's not splitting atoms. That's one black person who cares about, loves, wants to see our people do better, finding another black person do the same thing. We're not asking you to give your time. We're not asking you to give your rent money. We're not asking you to I don't know, make a big economic sacrifice. We're saying $4. The things that we waste $4 on, the things that you can't even buy with $4. You can't buy a Starbucks drink with $4. You can't buy a pack of cigarettes with $4. You can't get into the movies. You can't get into a club. We say $4. Some people will give more than that. Some people do give more than that. But if we have one black person going out to get one black person, and at the end of the 28th day of doing that, if everybody gave $4, and some won't give for whatever reason, some will give more. But if everybody gave $4, we have $500 million. With that, what we could do to support our national departments, our international efforts would be revolutionary and historically changing the way our communities look, how they function, and what they produce. What you're going to be privy to, if you decide to be involved from now until October 5th, is concrete solutions to change the black reality for ourselves here in America and around the world. The brief snapshot that I read to you as far as what it means to be black in America and what we're up against, all of that can be changed. We could change police brutality in one month. When I lived on the property of the church, I saw one police officer on the property in 20 years. And that's only because we called them to keep things legal, because we had to do something, had to get somebody off the property, had to make it legal. We were able to do that because we had our own security. We were able to do that because we had our own leadership. We were able to do that because we controlled the environment. We were able to do that because we were part of the same program, the same mission, the same tenets. We were all trying to do the same thing, which is build power for black people so we can free ourselves. I've lived that life. My children were born in that kind of environment. What if there were not 1, not 2, not 5, not 10? What if we have 200 plus black communities that are physically safe because black people are ensuring that we're physically safe? If we don't have to worry about being harmed by other entities, black, white, or otherwise, then that's one less thing we have to worry about, and that gives us time to breathe and to meditate and to pray and to focus on the other stuff. What if we add to that? We're now safe in our own communities. What if we add to that processes by which we can learn how to be a group, learn how to be a tribe, learn how to be a village, learn how to be a community? Then that's one thing we can do to make ourselves stronger. That's one less thing you have to worry about. When I lived on the property at the church, most of us didn't lock our doors because you knew your brother and or your sister. It was like a big old family reunion every day. That's not to say we didn't have problems, because working with the people that have been systematically oppressed for 400 years, that takes time, but everybody was there trying to do the same thing with the best intentions. What if we could do that in 50, 75, 200 black communities? We're physically safe because we control the environment. We have systems in place that will teach us how to be a people. What if we added to that the ability to feed ourselves? One less thing to worry about. One less way other people can control us. What if we added to that institutions by which we can educate and train ourselves? Brother Peter Brown, who's going to do the Black Gold International Business part of the Survival Summit. This, I absolutely love Black people. I'm always bragging about the leadership, and I'm going to add him to it. To hell, I'm adding him to the Black Gold Nation's leadership. This brother has taught and trained Harvard professors. Trust me when I say that we have Black people in this country, around the world, who are operating on some extremely high levels. Most of them, well, the ones that I talk to, they're tired of white America. They're tired of colonialism. They want to come home and teach and train and be around their own people. Not because they're anti anybody else. They're just tired of being around other people. And they see white people's crap. A lot of them, like Brother Peter Brown, wants to create a new kind of environment and system by which we don't even need the white man's money, because what is the white man's money? We just live, feed ourselves, take care of ourselves, grow our villages, and secure it. Black people are able to do, but they can't do if they're by themselves. They can't do if they're not protected. They can't do if they don't have a support system. But what more could they do? I'm not sure how long Brother Peter's been in business, but I venture to say that if we gave him a budget, we got $500 million to play with. If we gave him a budget of $1 million per month, just one, to fund the International Business Department, based on what he's already done, I'm sure he's going to put that money to use, which is going to only come back to benefit everybody. Every single thing we need, we already have. We simply need to put ourselves in a position to take advantage of it so that we can move our people forward. And if we don't do that, that very real list that I read to you as far as what it means to be Black in America, that's going to get worse, because America's changing. America's getting worse. It's not getting worse for everybody. It's getting worse for us. All those programs that we needed, that we've used to move ourselves forward, are being curtailed. Donald Trump is changing the Supreme Court. He's putting very conservative, young conservative judges on the Supreme Court. So those civil rights, those human rights, all those things that we were able to accomplish during the Black Power and civil rights movements, all that stuff is being turned back. And these people are young. They're in their 40s. So they could be on the bench for the next 40, 50, 60 years. That's a problem for us. Most of us know that there are racists, probably a part of every police force in this country. Most of us know that. And we're not saying that every police officer is racist. We know that as well. But our problem is that we don't know which one is racist until it's too late. We deal with that by protecting our own, policing our own, making sure that every piece of property that we have is private property. If you own that property, it's because we let you. But we don't need your security because we got it. Again, I've lived that life. I know what we can accomplish when we decide to accomplish it. So I'm saying to Black people, those of us that want to see better, want to do better, want to ensure that our children are in a position to win, that's only going to happen if we make it happen. So all of you, again, for the last time, I think tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, the first Black Gold Nations, Black Church, and Black Organization Survival Summit. The first topic is building political power, a political machine that's going to allow us to move forward and win. We want all of you to be a part of that. It's only $4. If you already a Black Gold ambassador, which means you've already been paying your $4 a month, you're already good to go. If you're not an ambassador, but you're already a supporting member, then you're good to go. And if you're not, of course, we want you to be. So if you don't want to pay $4 for the next 17 presentations, community webinars, amen. Become an ambassador, become a supporter, pay $4 one time, and you're done. But the idea behind this thing is that we have to put ourselves in a position to win, and we can't do that without money. And I believe that we can do a lot by simply giving a small amount. The movie Black Panther, we gave that movie over $1 billion $500 million in 1 month. Our churches, conservatively speaking, we give the Black church $250 million per week, conservatively speaking. So it's not that we don't have money, it's that we haven't come together and agreed in enough numbers to say we're going to also give some money to this thing. And of course, I want this thing to be the Black Gold movement, because we are putting things in place with the leadership that we have, with the foundation that we're based on, with the programs that we bring to bear. We're putting things in place that's going to benefit and move our people forward. But we can't do that without our people, without the intellectual capital of our people, without the physical capital of our people, and of course, without the economic capital of our people. But again, we're not asking you to give us your rent money. We're not asking you to give us your light bill money. We're asking you to make a sacrifice and give us a small amount of what it takes to buy a Starbucks drink every month. Give us 1 pack of cigarettes per month. Give us your value meal per month. Give us how much it would be enough. Give us what you would pay to get into the movie theater 1 time per month. We're asking for a small amount from a large number of people. And if we do that, then we can completely change our reality in this country and move beyond the things that we have been forced to live within and live under, and create a new system for ourselves moving forward. And all of that is possible if we simply decide to make it so. So thank you guys for being a part of the live broadcast. I sincerely appreciate it. Please, please, please share this with 5, 10, 15, 20 Black people. If you haven't already done so, like us on social media, like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. I think you can, follow. And on YouTube, subscribe, follow, and there's something else. Subscribe, follow, and there's something else. I don't know. Share it. I'm still learning about the social media language as far as how to make this thing grow. So blackgoldnation.com for more information. blackgold-wakandarising.com to learn more about the events. If you want to support us now, become a supporting member now, go to Black Gold Wakanda Rising, click on support, scroll down to that subscribe button, click it, and boogie from there. If you have any questions about any of this, leave it in the chat. I promise you I will answer. We'll go from there. Always, always, always remember 2 things. No one can do everything, but if everyone does something, everything will get done. That is a quote from one of my mentors out of the Shrines of the Black Madonna, a sister who used to have her own radio show, Bishop Ada Edwards. And the second thing is always, always, always remember, as we would say in the shrine every single day, multiple times, nothing is more sacred. Nothing is more sacred than the liberation and salvation of Black people. Not me, not you, not your kids, not my kids, not your grandkids if you have any, because I don't have any yet. Not your job, not your business venture, not your pet, not your new house, your new project. Nothing is more sacred than our liberation and our salvation, because if we don't have that, we ain't got nothing. So we got to build. Thank you guys very much. Hopefully I will see all of you tonight's Survival Summit first topic, and we'll boogie from there. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. What's up, Daniel? Hooser. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.